I think it was one of the most stressful business I've ever done in my entire life. In 2 years, I made 500,000 naira in net profits. And I think that was the highest I'd seen all my life at the time. And I was shocked. Why would I burn this bridge? Hey guys, my team wants to interview me on how I made 500,000 naira from selling tiger nuts in 2 years to making as high as 9 million naira in 1 year in the real estate industry. They want to interview me. Let's go. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'll see you at the end of the video. Make sure you watch this video to the very end and subscribe. My name is Abby of Saltist and I'm a real estate consultant. And I help smart investors like you to purchase genuine lands and houses. I see that you make high return on investment from it. I also help you to develop and manage these properties. 2021, I was doing tiger nuts after my high institution, and I did that for 2 years. I think it was one of the most stressful business I've ever done in my entire life. I mean, I would always put in all the effort, and you know when your effort is not matching the returns you're getting from the business you're doing. That was how I felt. I got to a point in my life where I had to take on big responsibilities, where I had to stop collecting money from my parents or my family. Rent and all of that came. At the time, I was selling tiger nut for 350 naira. I had a house rent of 350,000 naira to pay. And in my head, I started to think, how many bottles of tiger nuts would give me 350,000 naira? And I was left with no choice but to go and dive into the real estate industry because I was doing it as a side business. But this time, I had to burn the bridge and dive into real estate. In 2 years, I made 500,000 naira in net profits. And I think that was the highest I'd seen all my life at the time from tiger nut business. But in real estate, in 1 year, in fact, 11 months, I did 9 million naira in net profits. And I was shocked. Why would I burn this bridge? Okay, for me personally, what I first did, because I knew that I needed a lot of knowledge. So the first thing I did was to join a real estate company. Not because of the knowledge alone, but first to get verifiable properties because of the scams, and I was scared of going to police station. So I had to join a real estate company that would give me verifiable real estate properties to sell. So one of the things that joining a real estate company helped me to do was, first of all, to help me get knowledge about some of these properties. Clients call me and then ask questions and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. But here is the trick I use. If you're a newbie and like me at the time, what I did was, whenever a client calls me to ask me for a particular property, the first thing I will do is listen to every single thing they've said, because I don't have all the information. I'll just tell them to call me or text me with their WhatsApp number. So what I do is I get and verify some of this information they've already asked me from the people at the top. That's the ones that know much better than I do. And when they give me this information, I type it and send to this client on WhatsApp. And later on, schedule a call with them and call them back, because I already have all the information I needed to talk about during the call. And this is the one advantage I had joining a real estate company. I mean, I had access to people that would give me this information. So all I needed to do was speak to the client and talk to the people ahead of me about the information the client needs, and then call the client back. But this time around, very loaded with any information they want to ask me. The second thing I did when I started real estate was I made sure I attended trainings in these real estate companies. You see, real estate is not just about buying and selling land. There are a lot of terms that you need to understand. I needed to understand at the time when I was selling these properties. Imagine a client asking me, how much is a 500 square meters property in Enugu in this particular location? And I'm like, what is 500 square meters? Now, because I joined some of their training, it helped me to know different land sizes and their documents. And I attended Browdy trainings, actually, which is one of the top selling real estate company right here in Enugu. One of the things I loved about this company was they always schedule training, free trainings. You don't have to pay any single thing. All you need to do is come sit down and learn. And the beautiful thing is that you have access to call them at any time if there's anything that is confusing you at any point in time that you don't understand. So joining a real estate company to learn real estate, the business of real estate, is key in knowing how to make a lot of money in the real estate industry. Of course, you cannot sell or tell people what you don't have knowledge about. So join a real estate company and learn. So one of the things I also learned from these real estate companies that taught me was to build and create a marketing system. If you're like me watching this video, you don't like to look at the camera, I had no choice but to learn how to make videos and put it out there for people to see. One of the things that we were told is, no matter how good your products are, nobody's going to buy them if you don't see them. So I had to learn how to make videos and choose platforms that would help me sell or reach my clients. If you're someone who is looking at selling to people that don't know you directly, choose a social media platform you want to start selling with. I know it's a good thing to spread around all your social media platforms, but one thing I noticed and were taught is you might actually wear thin trying to spread through all your social media platforms, especially as a newbie or a beginner. One of the things I did was to start a YouTube channel like you're watching right now. I started a YouTube channel and I started posting videos on my YouTube channel. At the very first point, it may not actually be easy. In fact, it will not be easy. I remember one of those days going to the site and we made videos and my colleague was like, "You made a video, you've not posted yours." And I didn't post it because I felt I was saying rubbish. Even though it was not nonsense, it sounded to me like very unusual. But then I wasn't able to close any sale because nobody knew I was selling real estate. So I had to first start by choosing a marketing system. Start by choosing a platform where you want to start marketing your products. That's simply choosing a marketing system. It's simply trying to tell people this is what you do. And under the marketing system, one of the things we were also taught is to build a personal brand. In building a personal brand, it simply means choosing a name that suits your personality or a name that people can easily remember you with whenever they remember someone selling real estate. Let's say your name is Ada, you can be Realtor Ada. And if there are a lot of Realtor Ada, you can choose something that relates to real estate that can help people remember you very easily, especially when they come to your YouTube platform, like Abby of Southeast. Calm down, sit down and choose a name that suits you so well and that can be easily remembered. That's for personal branding. Another thing I also did in starting my real estate journey was to start learning to post on social media. I would say that again, one of the things I hated to do was to face the camera and talk. But people cannot buy properties from you and they don't know you. One of the leverage you have in showing people what they are purchasing is that people get to see that you are not a robot, that you're actually real. And it reduces to an extent their fear for scam when buying properties. Of course, you know, real estate is a high-end property and we're talking about millions of naira. So you cannot possibly be behind the camera and not show people who the person selling this property is. So it's really important to start learning how to shoot and post video content. It is one step at a time. Start by opening the YouTube channel or any particular platform you decide to use. If you're very good with Facebook, Instagram, or any social media platform, start by posting there and telling people you sell properties so that they are aware. When I started out in the real estate industry, one of the platforms that helped me is Realtor School. Realtor School is more like an academy, like a real estate school, where just the way you went to school and probably you studied law and you went through school and became a lawyer after a few years of going to university and then going to the law school. That's what Realtor School does for you. They bring you from being a novice to having in-depth knowledge about the real estate industry. And this would help you to communicate clearly and boldly to your prospects whenever they want to buy properties. So go to realtorschool.com. That's where you can learn and buy courses on real estate. Real estate is an entire world on its own. You have and need a lot of knowledge to thrive in the real estate industry, especially at this point where almost everybody or every single person you can find around you is a realtor. You need enough knowledge to stand out in the real estate industry. So there's a link below that can take you directly to my Telegram channel, and this would give you access to my Realtors community where you would learn the right company to join, the kind of courses and the information, the real estate information you need to thrive in the real estate industry. So if you are just starting out, don't worry, there is nothing to be bothered or scared about. The real estate industry is saturated just like every other industry. All you need is basic and key information that would help you thrive in the real estate industry. When you click on this link, you would get access to being part of my Realtors community. You're welcome.